Welcome back to the channel. It's Sunday, December 15th, 2024, and I'm coming to you from the town of Ubud on the island of Bali in Indonesia. I thought this would be a good time to bring you up to date about the channel, catch you up on some of what's happened with me personally of late, and last but not least, share my plans going into 2025. For those new to the channel, I'm a longtime print journalist from the United States. I am, as they say, retired, although the term doesn't feel like it fits me, so I don't use it very often. When not traveling, I live in the beautiful city of Portland, Oregon. There's a bio with more about me on my website, outboundwithron.com, and I'll post it in the comments below. For those of you who follow the channel, I want to thank you up front for helping make 2024 a wonderful travel year for me, despite some challenges I haven't spoken about on here, which I'll get to. Many of you know that I travel roughly half the year. Generally speaking, I go out about 3 months at a time. I go home for maybe 3 months and then go back out again. I rarely edit while traveling, and that's for the simple reason that I prefer not to spend my nights holed up in a hotel room bent over a laptop. It's one of the parameters I set for myself when I started the channel back in January of 2022. What this means is there's a lag between the time I visit a place and when the video about that place is uploaded to view on YouTube, so I'm able to release videos on a weekly basis, even though the videos are running behind me, so to speak. It lets me squeeze the maximum amount of enjoyment from traveling and allows me to be a little more thoughtful while editing than if I were slapping together videos on the fly. As a YouTuber, unexpected stuff happens constantly, and no matter what, it seems there's never quite enough time to do all the things you want to do. That's been true for me this year because back in May, I had open heart surgery to replace a defective valve along with having some bypasses done. I want to give a big shout out to my heart surgeon, Dr. Von Starnes, and his entire team, along with everyone responsible for the truly wonderful care I received at Keck USC Medical Center in Los Angeles. They were absolutely the best. And as I sit here on this glorious day in Bali in December 2024, I can honestly say I feel as good as new. It also makes me happy that somehow I was able to work around the surgery and recovery and not skip a beat uploading videos. So if you noticed me seeming tired or even a little pale on camera at times the last several months, now you know why. Just to let you know, the more recent videos from Japan, Nepal, Malaysia, and Indonesia, including the one from Ubud that went up on the channel a week ago, those were all shot before my surgery. And I've got to tell you, there were a few times leading up to the procedure that I was kind of running on fumes, such as in this moment. I have to apologize to you. I'm just not up to making that up and down hike today. As they say, just don't have the juice to do it. Well, I recovered enough to travel again by late summer, and there's an inventory of videos I shot from mid-August through the end of October that I've yet to show you. No spoiler about where all I went during that time, except to say it was a fantastic trip to a part of the world I've always wanted to go to but had never been. And look for those videos starting in January. And just remember, it was my first long post-op trip, so if I seem a half step slow, you might want to cut me a break. Which brings me to the here and now and why I'm back in Bali after having just been here earlier in the year. Well, here's the deal. This is a time of year when I'd ordinarily be home editing, but I wanted to change things up this winter. Instead of editing from home in the Pacific Northwest, where it's famously rainy and damp this time of year, I wanted to go someplace sunny and warm where I could both work and relax. And for those purposes, Bali checks all my boxes. It's gorgeous, the food is great, the people are friendly, the culture is amazing, and it's very affordable once you get here. In short, it's a digital nomad's winter dream. You should know it's typically rainy in Bali in December, which means tropical showers that can add uncertainty to sightseeing, but for me provides calm while I work. The place I'm staying while here, in a cabana at the Wayan guest house, couldn't be better suited for my needs. Quintessentially Balinese, it's convenient to everything and yet quiet and peaceful. The cabanas are walled off from the street inside a lovely tree-filled Balinese-style garden, alive with the sounds of birds and insects, not to mention the occasional distant rooster. For breakfast, I need only step onto my patio, equipped with a table and chairs, and as if sensing my presence, a kind lady appears and asks what I'd like to eat. And regardless of what I choose, breakfast always comes with a plate of 6 kinds of fruit, along with coffee or tea. And here's the most incredible part. My air-conditioned cabana with no TV, which I wouldn't use if I had one, but with solid Wi-Fi, costs barely $15 US per night, breakfast included. Just an incredible bargain. As always, there's no promotional consideration on my part. It's a great little place run by nice people. I'd be happy to think that they stay booked every night of the year, and for all I know, maybe they do. Speaking of which, I've heard from several of you recently saying you'd like me to show more of the places I stay while traveling. Well, I'm going to try to be better at that. If showing my accommodations doesn't go with the flow of the video itself, whenever I can, I'll try to post about the accommodations in my blog. You didn't know I had a blog? Well, I do. If you view the channel on your phone or computer, you can find it under the Community tab near the top of the screen. You can also leave comments there, so if you haven't already, please check it out. Just a couple of things before I wrap up this video. I really appreciate hearing from you, whether it's in the channel's comments section or over on Instagram or Facebook. So please continue to let me know what you think, whether praise or criticism, whether you agree or disagree with something in the content, or just want to share your own experience about the places I visit. Well, as I said, I'll be here in Bali editing until mid-January before hitting the road again. My next video will be the first of 2 or perhaps 3 special videos devoted to expats and those who aspire to be. It's part of an intended occasional brief series I'm calling Expat Havens. Look for it on December 29th. Until then, thanks for watching, for liking the videos, and for subscribing to the channel. And as we move into the new year, I wish you all love and peace.